Hi there, YouTube. Let's teach you one of the strongest 10-win strategies in the new game, the Bazaar. Alright. This comp uses Vanessa in order to poison our opponents with non-weapon items. In this clip, we can go ahead and see it in action by defeating a shield pig by piercing straight through their health bar. The comp goes ahead and uses lots of haste triggers to poison the opponent while healing and staying alive through their onslaught of damage. And the comp's main strength is its ability to target directly their health bar, and it can kill even if the board gets destroyed through the remaining poison counters that are there. But it does have some weaknesses. As you can see, it can take a lot of damage pretty early on, and it can get one-shot pretty easily. But, as you can see, it's a pretty good way to go ahead and get a 10-win build. Alright, and let's go ahead and get into some of the item options for the build, such as Water Wheel and Beach Ball. These are some options that you can get pretty early on, and they have the ability to go ahead and haste aquatic items, which in turn goes ahead and will trigger our pufferfish later. The astrolabe is probably the strongest item in this build. The shield is negligible, but what we care about is the fact that it's able to haste a bunch of items whenever one of them is used. The whole build revolves around getting as many haste on all of our characters as possible, so something like the Captain's Wheel is also very powerful for that. We're using this haste in order to get poison activations on things like our pufferfish and catfish, which will both be able to apply a bunch of poison to our opponents, eating through their health throughout their shield. Sometimes we're not able to go ahead and get the poison options, and that's okay. We can use Shark Ray, which is a weapon that increases its damage based on every single time you haste, and oftentimes we're hasting like hundreds or 50 to 100 times in a fight. So we're able to get Shark Ray up to a massive number in order to just eat through them. The barrel is probably the strongest item in this comp. We can go ahead and just gain a bunch of shield up to the tens of thousands off of just barrel triggers alone as it scales and scales and scales. And the Cove is another option. It is aquatic, which is really nice, and it is a large item, so it can trigger the Captain's Wheel. But you do have to spend gold to scale it, and it takes some effort, but it's pretty easy to go ahead and sell it because it'll just make a bunch of money, and then you can just buy a barrel later on if you need to. Seaweed is a key part of this comp. It is incredibly important, because you need to have a way of getting heal to beat other poison comps. And you were using a ton of aquatic items throughout this fight, so it'll scale incredibly fast up to hundreds to thousands of health. Alright, and then some of the merchants that you want to see with this comp are Quixel and Nautica. We like seeing medium items a lot. We want to find things like our astrolabe or a pufferfish. And Nautica can go ahead and get us some of those aquatic items. We also like seeing the character in the top left there, who will go ahead and get us non-weapon items, which are incredibly important for our non-weapon comp. Some of the things that would not immediately come to mind are Deborah, because getting massive amounts of base HP is really important, because we kind of need to survive the first couple seconds of onslaught from our opponents. So if we're able to go ahead and survive a couple more daggers from a one-shot build, we might be able to get seaweed procs or barrel procs that can keep us alive. And then Professor Wriggle can get us poison skills, so our pufferfish can deal even more damage or potentially freeze their board, which could save us in massive situations. Some of the other things is working as a navigator is incredibly important. Whenever you have an astrolabe and you are at a place like the convention that you're able to work, you can go ahead and get 6 gold and 2 XP, which really is equivalent to 11 gold. 11 gold value is massive, and the 2 XP is so much. But even just doing something like eating some chocolate bars just increases your base HP a ton, and in combination with something like the Cove can go ahead and help scale it really fast. And some of the skills you might want to see are things that can give you haste, especially on aquatic items. Things like the initial dose, because we want just poison, and being able to increase the poison on our pufferfish is so much poison throughout the course of the game. And then quick freeze, just because freezing things to keep us alive for just a little bit longer is really important for this comp. But yeah, I'm considering coming out with a longer video soon that will actually have gameplay footage, but currently all of it has not been dubbed over, so I have to do voiceovers like this. So, let me know, check the link in the bio if you're interested in watching me stream, and please subscribe. I love this game. It's been so much fun so far, and I'd love to climb more. Alright.